Welcome to Trading with Livevol. This is Stephen Choi. I know I have left you guys for a little bit, but my wife gave birth to a beautiful young baby boy just a couple of weeks ago, so I've been out of commission for a while, but I'm back. For those of you guys joining me for the first time, basically what I'm doing is I'm using this Livevol X trading application, which I think is the best around. And I'm actually trading my own Reg T account, and I'm kind of showing how I use it for my own trading. So let's kind of recap my account. So you can see this is my last month performance. I started February 3rd broadcasting. I had a pretty good run up, made about 6,000, but since then given some back. And today these are my positions and what I have made so far on the day. And let's actually kind of recap some of my trading because I haven't done any trading today. The first one is Apple. So Apple, I have this position on right now, April 510, 530 call spread. I bought this thing for about $11.50. And my thinking was try to get 42.5% return by April because I felt like Apple stock was going to be 530 or higher. The reason I put it on was because there were a lot of support down here after their earnings, where Apple bought their stock, Carl Icahn bought stock here at 550. He's probably buying more now, and then all the other hedge funds. So my thinking was that the bottom was around the 500 area, and that by April down here, stock should be 530 or higher. Now, Apple has calmed down a little bit. I have been looking to put on more spread. So as this stock goes down, I'm thinking of putting in more trades. So trying to increase my position. So let me go to April again. And you see how I have the April 510, 530 call spread. Now I'm going to actually think about doing the April 105, 125. So if I like the April 510, 530 call spread, I should love this even more. It's 1150. I pretty much don't want to pay 1150. I'll pay 1193. I'll pay 1150 on it. So I'll send in an order right now. So I'm scaling in the call spread. So as the Apple goes down, I'll get more and more. But as it goes back up to where I think it's going to be, as long as I believe in the fact that it's going to trade 530 or higher, I have a pretty good chance of having a pretty good return in 2 months, where it's about 43% return. The other position I have that I did something similar is in GM. And let me show you GM. So I was looking at all the stocks. Some of the things I like is when there is like a regime change and it looks like people will be willing, the investors will be willing to give the new CEO a chance to prove themselves. So in this instance, my thinking was that GM will trade higher than 36.5, and the reason I got that is I was looking at it here after earnings. They got a new CEO, and basically I think in a month time it should trade 37 or higher. So when I did it, it was trending up more. It's kind of on a downtrend, so it's not as good as before, but my belief is that I'll stick with it. And I feel stronger today because the market's down a lot. And as you can see, GM is not really down, which kind of tells me that there's some strength behind it. So I'm going to keep this position. I'm not going to add to it. Basically, I invested $1,000. I have 3 weeks to go. And if it trades above 37, I double my money, and I risk $1,000 if I lose. I also want to do this position in Microsoft, but Microsoft never kind of gave me the good spread that I was looking for. So I'm still looking at Microsoft. I'd rather put it on when it was around 36, not around 37, and do the 36 like 38 call spread if I could. But since it's already trading 37.67, most likely I probably missed that trade. Unless it comes back a little, and then I will have to reassess at that time. The new position I put on as well is in Charter. And the reason I put the trade on in Charter, this put spread, is because my thinking is that there was a pretty decent sell-off in Charter after, this is before Time Warner got bought out. So as soon as they agreed with Comcast, Charter took a hit because obviously they lost on the bidding war. Now that Time Warner is having some issues, it might be the case where Charter might have a decent uptick. And the reason I started looking at Charter was I was talking to my trading buddies down on the floor, and I was asking them about Time Warner Cable and what he thought about maybe buying some calls in Time Warner Cable, because it looks like it retraced back. It gave away a lot of what it gained when the takeover news announcement was made. And he said that he actually likes Charter better because there might be a small chance that maybe Charter could renew their bidding if they realize that Time Warner and Comcast might have some issues. So Charter might come back, offer a higher bid, maybe not as high as 160, but they would actually be recognized back in play in terms of the whole deal. So that's why I put it on. So originally I was trying to sell, and this is, I kind of made a mistake here. I was trying to sell the 125, 115 put spread, and I accidentally sold the 125, 110 put spread. So I'm actually trying to work myself back into doing the 125, 115, and then I was trying to do a spread on the call side, but I was trying to leg into it, but I got legged out. And as you can see, I'm not doing as well today, but I still think the upside is better than the downside. So I'm going to actually keep it and see how it goes. So that's Apple, that's Charter, GM. VIX, as you know, I was piggybacking an order flow. So there was a huge amount of volume traded on the VIX, and let me actually go to it. March 16, 26 call spread. It was originally traded for $1.25. I was buying it for 70, and I just kept on buying it. And what it was my hedge against the market going down, since I have a lot of call spreads. So this was my hedge against all the call spreads, and today looks like it's paying off with all the Ukrainian turmoil over there. And so I'm just going to keep this on for now. My general thinking is there might be one more uptick, and if there is, maybe I'll take it off or do something else. But I'm going to keep it. It's kind of my insurance. It wasn't that much. It was about $700 to actually buy that insurance, these call spread, and I have a possibility of making. So I was paying 70 cents. I have a chance of making like a, 9.30 on it. So it's a pretty good spread for me if it continues to go up. Right now, it looks like the March futures, if I do the conversion reversal, and you guys will have to probably look it up in the books, but it's basically by looking at the call price and put price, you can kind of ascertain where the futures on the VIX is, and looks like it's about 16.30 or something on the March expiration. So we'll see how that goes. And so that's my my hedge on my other position. Yahoo. Yahoo is a trade that I put on. So there are these guys in Utah that are pretty awesome technical traders. They're called Trade a Minute, and these guys are very good at technical analysis. So I actually like follow them, and once in a while, if they recommend a trade, I'll do it. And they're pretty cool guys, and they know a lot about technical trading, far more than myself. So it's always good for me to add a little extra. I think they have this thing called $100,000 challenge, where you start with 3,000 and they try to get it to 100,000 within 3 months. So it's a pretty tall order. He's done it actually twice, if you guys can believe it or not. If you guys, I have a good relationship with them, you guys can actually go to their site, Trade a Minute. Let me see if I can actually find it. Here you go, 3,000 to 100,000, tradeaminute.com. Make sure if you guys go there, type in code LIVE569, and then you guys get a month free. So that's pretty cool. You can get a month and see how it does, and you can see you can learn a lot. So I'm always learning quite a bit from those guys. I don't do all the trades that he does, just because I have my own opinions. But once in a while, if I do like it, I'll piggyback it. Yahoo was one of them. So these are. Let me actually go to Yahoo here. Yeah, so I bought 12 of these, March 37th. I think I don't know what I paid. I think I actually paid like 208. So I'm actually like even for the trade that I saw him do. But we'll see how it goes. My last one is Zynga, as you guys know. Is probably one of my favorite stocks. This 1200 is a little misleading. I kind of got a bad mark, so I didn't really lose as much yesterday, and then today I'm not making as much, even though I'm making some because it's up a dime. But basically, my contention in Zynga is I'm long-term bullish. I like the new CEO and the steps that they're taking. They have decent amount of cash, and they just bought a mobile technology company. So I think I kind of like what they're doing, and my thinking is they're like one hit away from really getting a big boost, and I'm pretty positive that they'll figure one out. So what I'm generally trying to do is, you can see it's a lot of positions here. It's kind of complicated, but I have some call spreads on, and then I have time spreads on. So I sell the front month, and I buy the back month. But I do the call spread, and hopefully what happens is, as the stock kind of hangs around here and starts moving up, I'll buy the 550 calls and sell like the $5 calls or the 550 calls, and I'll try to get some premium each week to pay for the options that I'm buying, and hopefully by the time it gets to the month that I bought, the Zynga will be trading higher than 550. One of the things that I am pretty happy about, as you can see here, SPY is down almost 0.8%. If I look at most of my stocks today, they generally have fared pretty well. Apple's only down 67 cents. Charter is the one that actually changed the most for me. GM is pretty much unched. Yahoo is down 24 cents, and Zynga is actually up 12.5 cents. So overall, I think I'm doing okay. I didn't put on any trades today. I was thinking of trying to put on more trades while I'm doing this video. One of the things that did catch my interest is this RSX. It's a market vector Russia ETF. And let me actually do this. So one of the reasons why I love this software is you can see there's 48,000 traded right here. So this morning, I see all these puts being sold in March, and all these May 26 puts being bought. My general assumption from this is that maybe RSX has hit a short-term low. So all these put sellers come in the short term, but who knows how long the standstill will continue. So maybe what this guy is doing is buying the May 26 put and selling the March 21 put, but I'm not sure if he's actually doing it 1-to-1, 1-to-2, or even if it's the same guy. But if you look at the total amount of trades right here, 46,000 calls, 102,000 puts, you can see the net deltas is positive and people are buying premium. So when I saw this thing this morning, I was less, I guess, less worried about the market taking a dive today, right? So as soon as I saw all this order flow come in, it actually made me relax on all the on the general market, because if Russia did go to war, if there was some massive conflict, I'm sure the Russian stock market would take even a bigger dive. It's actually at a 52-week low in stock, and if you look at the volatility, it's at a 2-year high. So let me actually do this. It's at a 2-year high. One of the things is I don't really know exactly what trade I want to do here. I'm kind of torn. I was kind of thinking of selling these for 60 cents this morning. But like I said, like the thing with the Reg T margin is it just eats up a lot of your margin requirements. So selling these are pretty expensive. I was thinking of maybe piggybacking and selling one of these, see how that goes, and maybe I'll do that. So I kind of like this trade. I don't know. In terms of margin, it'll probably eat up a lot of margin. So that's the one thing that I don't like about this trade. I was trying to figure out maybe if I can do like a spread to offset it, or maybe sell this and you know, buy some other put here that you guys know I like doing, but I haven't come up with a good combo. So there's like no combo here that I'm kind of liking. I would like to sell because it's at a 2-year high, the volatility. And look, if you look at this IV, let me actually set the market implied. Basically, this IV is 62 volatility points, and if you look at the vol chart, basically the average in this is between 20 and 30, maybe 40, and today it's off the charts. So usually when this kind of things happen is when I like selling volatility, except in biotechs, but that's a whole nother story. But I don't mind selling these, so I think I'm actually going to sell one. Boom. So there you go. I sold one of this RSX March 22-21 put. Right now, my risk limit, I have 28,000 of daytime excess, so I have plenty of money to do it, although not sure if that's actually the most prudent use of my capital. But I do like selling that, so we'll see what happens. So we can keep track of it. If I find a better trade, I'll do it. But for now, that's the best one I got. So I'll sell it. I'll see how it goes. I figure another, you know, if the 10% downside was pretty big move, you know, maybe it might have another, you know, a couple of bucks to go, which is the put that I sold. So we'll see what happens. So in general, I hope you guys like what I'm doing. If you guys have questions, go ahead and post them in the community. Let me actually put that up. This is Livevol community. Go in there, sign in, and basically go ahead and start asking questions and posting and giving me some comments, maybe some stocks that you guys would like to see, and I will do them. In general, what's going to happen is I'm going to try to do a video blog every day at 10 a.m. That way there's some consistency and you guys can kind of count on me to kind of tell you what happened for the day. So other than that, I hope you guys do well. Good luck trading for the rest of the day, and talk to you guys tomorrow.